In terms of the capitation, this term, the capitation was actually released, I think 2 days before time, or just on time for the students' opening. I haven't seen the circular that you are talking about, but I've seen something in the news, in the papers, that there is an issue relating to finances. And I want to assure the country that as far as the ministry is concerned, the funds were released, and we're going to find out what is the discrepancy that they are talking about, and if there is a discrepancy, we'll be able to address it. Now, the 16,000 classrooms for grade 9, and I've said this over and over again, an assessment was done, and we need 16,000 classrooms to be able to accommodate grade 9. And so we've got funding from the World Bank to do 12,000 classrooms, and we are already at about 68% of those classrooms already built, some completed, some in various stages from foundation to roofing. The balance of those other classrooms are supposed to be done by the CDF, which was a matching fund that the ministry and the CDF gave, amounting to about 7.8 billion, and they'll be dealing with those classrooms in a manner that there is no duplication, where the CDF will do a classroom, then the ministry will do the next school, so that there's no duplication. And we believe and trust, and we are sure that come January, we'll have completed, because they are scheduled to be completed in December. So we are on time to complete that, so that students will have their classrooms. So the purpose of the meeting today was to celebrate the competency-based education and training, which is basically saying that where we have students who are skilled in whatever field, including mechanical, including hospitality, including electrical, plumbing, they need to be certified so that they have standards that the market will look up to, the standards that are harmonized, so that out there we have our teams that the market can rely on in developing this economy. So that is why we are very keen on this sector, because over time, skills that our labor force had were not formally recognized. And so we are trying to come up with a program, with a policy that recognizes them, so that industry knows these people are trained and they are ready to do the jobs in the market that are demanded by the industry. And we are marketing them across the world. As you know, in the West, a lot of the labor force is aging, but they have different standards. So what we are doing is partnering with them so that their curricula is harmonized with our curricula, and as we train our students from here, when they go out there, they are market ready, they do not need to go and be retrained. We are also expanding to include languages that they would be using in those areas, like the Mandarin, Chinese language. We are doing German, etc., so that when they are in those areas or those countries, they do not need to go back to class. And so we are working with them so that we are completely aligned, that the transition is seamless from being from class to the labor market. Yes, we are. That's what we were discussing here, issues relating to budget. We want to rationalize the budget so that it corresponds to the number of students that we are getting. And because of the type of programs that we run, programs that are not specific in terms of timelines. The students come in, they can register anytime, they can leave anytime, they go to industry. So we are trying to work that to harmonize that particular program vis-a-vis the budgets that we get, so that we have a proper budget that actually can be able to support the numbers that we have. Indeed, we are looking forward to expanding the numbers. Currently, we have about 500,000 in the public sector, and we think this sector can accommodate up to almost 2.5 million students. Some of our institutions have numbers exceeding 20,000, others are at 1,500, so it is possible to raise those numbers to about 2.5 million to mop up the number of youth that are already out here who are not skilled or not trained.